probably we'll see one day as a heavyweight champion.
Yeah,
more than likely.
Well, that's the, like,
and he couldn't take you out because Pops trained you well, man.
Defense and countering and landing that big shot. I could have finished that. I should have finished that fight. I had him hurt.
You did.
I learned a lot from that fight because after that fight, I was like, oh man, now I see it. But
you wanted to go back and get a do-over.
Because I knew how to do it now, and beating him up on the inside. Once I got in to beat him up, he was rocked, so that's when I dig into the body, and I didn't get it done. But I learned a lot, and everyone's talking McGregor, Mayweather, I made the jump into boxing last year, and I put a good year into it, and I fought some of the best up-and-coming guys at the heavyweight, and I didn't think McGregor had a chance. As he talked his way back to having a chance. I remember the odds at the beginning. It was like 8-1 odds or something crazy, and now it's like damn near even. He's done talked his way back up to making an even fight. I see him stretching it out and getting 3 fights for this type of money, right?
Well, after this,
and it's not on his boxing record. It's not for a world title.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait a minute, why are you fighting without it being a world title?
Did you see the footage released at Malignaggi?
So if he loses, he's still going to be 49-0.
Right.
Right. So it ain't going to hurt his body and make 300. Right.
Yeah.
And then, why not lose one? McGregor win one, and then set up a third fight.
Trilogy.
Oh,
he's got trilogies. He's leaving trilogies.
I can see it now. The conspiracy. But I didn't think he had a chance. It's a different beast, different fight. It's a different game.
Well, you going from MMA to boxing. This is same
whether
thing.
They're 5 minutes or 3 minutes. Once you come back from that minute break, it's the same.
It's the same.
It's the same. So I fight 5 minutes, go back, boom, 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 boom. You go back 3 minutes, it's the same.
Well, you get an accelerated course. You started training with Pops. You said what year?
Oh, shoot. I've been more boxing, working on my boxing game. Had to be 213, at least. It's been a couple good
4 years. And you fought a guy that was boxing since he was probably 6.
And
then he was like 20. So
exactly.
He had 14 years to your 4 years of the accelerated, advanced, super special operations course.
And that's why I've been thinking about that. I think about that, and that's like McGregor stepping in against this guy. But he's been off for a few years, so and it's not going to hurt his boxing record. Who knows? What's going to happen. But McGregor also, it's going to be 8-ounce gloves now, I heard.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an exciting fight.
Does that favor you as an MMA fighter if you're going to bring the gloves down? You think?
I think yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because anybody could take hits with those. I've been hit with some of the hardest hitters in the world, and if you got boxing gloves on, you can take it.
Right.
But MMA, it's like even if you can take it, it catches up to you. And you're wobbled. Like, what the heck? Wait, and you don't understand it, but you're wobbled, and you're like, what the hell happened? But boxing's definitely a different beast. McGregor, I didn't think had a chance, but.
What about after the Malignaggi? I don't even know how to say his last name. Malignaggi.
Oh, that dude's out of shape, and I seen it. It wasn't partial knockdown, but he cupped his head, and then it was bad angle. But that comes from great footwork from McGregor, whooping his ass footwork wise. So, McGregor kicked his ass. Period. That's into that one. But
in that 2 minute clip, that's 2 minutes of the ass kicking.
And that ain't nothing. And that guy ain't Mayweather.
But let's be objective. We've seen clips, we've seen fights where you've been in them, and you look like you're getting your ass whipped, and you turn around and knock the guy out. You come back from falling down, getting up, and knocking the guy out.
Yeah.
Right.
I just don't want to talk. I don't even want to touch it.
No.
It's like I'm so sick of the fucking hype about it. But they did a great job promoting it, and
well, I just asked you because you're an actual MMA fighter that fought high level pro boxing.
Yeah, you don't see it.
You know what the mystery is. We're like, is this alligator versus shark? Is this elephant versus tiger?
I see this in 3 fights, and it's gonna be an exciting fight. I believe so. I think Mayweather's gonna get shocked, so to where he might have to really fight, and it might pull out the best Mayweather ever been.
Yeah. Because he's got the skills.
He has the skills.
Well, what if you were fighting? Here's a hypothetical question. What if you were fighting a heavyweight version of Mayweather, and you're an MMA guy right now? Well, how would you feel?
I've seen him.
You've seen those versions.
I've seen them. I'm learning. That's why You know, I get some sparring over there at Mayweather's. They have some good heavyweights over there, up and coming guys. I fought Monty Rock. I fought Jones. I fought, you know, those guys are out there. And Joshua, look at Joshua. He's a style that I would love that fight. I'd kick AJ's ass, you know, and he has a suspect chin. You hear that, AJ? You got a suspect chin. I'd love to take that fight any day. I'll knock you out, and I'll probably be the best fight you ever fought besides Klitschko. So, AJ, let's make that fight happen. You know, you want to do a boxer versus MMA? Let's do it.
It's a big payday. It's a big payday.
Team Mac versus AJ. Let's go.
There ain't no hate.
Yeah, no hate.
Odds in your favor. Big payday, baby.
I was a favorite. You know, I'm one of his fans. You know, it's good to see you.
You're a fan, but you'd love the challenge. You fought so many world champions.
That's what I did love doing. I love the sport, and for years all the heavyweights were going into other pro sports. And so now you're starting to see these guys that were heavyweights that's been training for 20, 30, because there's the next generation of guys that they got back into boxing as kids. And so it's going to be exciting to see some of these world-class guys coming up now that's been boxing since they were kids.
Yeah.
You know, and where it goes. You know, the boxing game's going to get, hopefully, you know, it takes back off. But MMA is its own beast, you know, and UFC did such a great job on pushing it and marketing it that it's here to stay. You know, boxers, they didn't want it to stay around, the Boxing Association and federations and stuff, but MMA is here to stay. It's taken over, you know, and only true gladiators and true fight fans really can appreciate the boxing game, because it's a chess match. It's a game of chess, and
what was this?
Keeping your opponent off balance and confused. And then you got other strategies that, you know, don't take damage. You know, Mayweather's
defensive fighting, elusive fighting, yeah.
You know,
the role.
Bruce Lee, look at Bruce Lee. He was a, you know, counter guy.
Total
you know?
counter.
So, you know, if you can do a little bit of it all, that's the idea, and that's what you're going to see this next wave of heavyweights getting back into, you know, good gladiator shape. And
I have the question that's probably in a lot of people's minds that are not MMA fighters or boxers, but they think they know because they watch it. So we all think we know what we're looking at. We don't know what we're looking at. Respect to you, because I know that I don't know what I'm looking at.
Well, that's just like the beer guy. The guy have a beer and knock him out. Oh, dude. And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. You know, and you know, everyone thinks that, oh, do this, do that. Oh, dude, fuck, dude, get out here and do it. Get off the couch. But it's easier said than done. And not, you know, that's like a guy that, you know, was this and did this, did that, and then come back 10 years later, and then they're like, oh shit, I can't do that no more. Well, so imagine if you've never done it. You don't have that muscle memory. I mean, we've been training. I spent 15. I've been fighting for 20 years. I spent probably 15 years of my life training 2-3 times a day, at least minimum 3 or 4 days a week, minimum.
Yeah.
You know, I've done it now. Even less now. I go, you know, at least every other day, but I'll get 2 workouts in. You know, so I mean, there's muscle memory that, you know.
Do you feel your cardio helps you in boxing? All the different grappling makes your cardio better for boxing?
Over the years, I've gotten leaner, less body fat. I went from football weight, being 260, 250, 260 guy, down. Got leaner, tried to fight 205, and it just made me get better cardio. Because back that first weight when I was fighting early in my career, fighting UFCs, I didn't have the confidence because my cardio wasn't there. I knew I couldn't really fight more than a round or 2, you know, and I was just young in my career. But then once I burnt all that muscle down and I, you know, became the fighter I was, you know, am fighting at an AKA, the fighter I became, it's from, you know, the years of training, you know, leaning up, becoming a gladiator.
Here's the quick question though. When you, MMA fighter, jump in the ring with a boxer, what do you notice different right off the bat? Because you've been
head movement.
Head movement. What are they better at? What do you have to catch up on?
It's the whole footwork in a square. But right now, MMA fighters should have better footwork. That's why I get a lot of the boxers, because my footwork is a lot more better, because we don't want to get hit with those gloves, those little MMA gloves. So you're getting hit. So we're always boom, boom, and moving. Right. A lot of the boxers boom, boom, staying there because it's okay to get hit and come back. With those MMA gloves, you don't want to even get hit that little hit, because that little hit sometimes that you don't see is what knocks you out, and you're like, oh, what the heck, I'm fine. No, no, I'm fine. What the heck, ref? Taking them down, taking the ref down. Right now, ref.
So how much did you have to fight your MMA instincts when you were boxing? I saw you.
Now
I saw you in the clinch. I saw you in the clinch when you boxed.
But now, look, it's not a problem, but every now and then you want to fight, and you want to elbow or something, but
you resist.
I resist. I just get away from that now. That's when I'm boxing. The last couple of years I've been boxing. Now that I've been back with professional fight league, I haven't been trying to push for any boxing, just for the fact that, you know, I'm trying to focus on this PFL and exiting out my MMA career and go down as a legend, as one of the legends. You know, not too many fighters are still fighting. I've been fighting for 20 years, you know, and
you're still here, and a lot of the guys that were the big guy have quit, retired, fallen out,
gone,
injuries.
You know, and so that's why I say it's all timing, and things.
The last guy standing gets to win at the end, right?
Oh, yeah.
They might have got you like 10 years ago. Now, hey, let's do it over, right?
Here. Yeah, I'm still here. So I'm excited. It's gonna be a great journey these next 2 years. You gotta have to stay tuned, because Team MAK is coming, and it's gonna be a great next 2 years of my career.
Final question, Mike.
I'd love to fight you though, AJ. Please set that up. Let's get that to happen, please.
Final.
I'd love to fight you. AJ, please fight me.
Yeah,
please.
We got that. We're going to put this out there. Final question, Mike. Okay. So how do you call this? I'm not going to ever ask you this question again.
I don't want to do it. Don't do it.
How do you call? Who's going to win? Who's going to win?